Hey everybody, welcome back to Scatters Homestead. Candy here. We are in canning season. I am basically just doing what I can as time allows and as my health allows. So I have had 2 days where I've been able to just do a couple jars of tomatoes. So here is 1 quart right here. And you can see this is what I did yesterday. That is not impressive. So funny story with all of this is that I basically had 2 batches going. I had taken all the tomatoes that I had picked from last week and I'd thrown them into pots, washed them up, thrown them into pots, cooked them up. And I just had a couple left that I couldn't actually fit into those pots. So I figured when I was done with these 2 batches, I was going to go back into the garden and I was going to pick more tomatoes and keep going. I was going to do another 2 batches. So that was yesterday. And what ended up happening was I saw it was raining. So I went and got my rain jacket on. I zipped it up and everything. And all of a sudden it was just like, and I sat for like half an hour with my jacket on, trying to get myself to go outside. And I couldn't. I was done. I was weak. I couldn't do any more. So that is one of the issues with my diagnosis. So for those of you who don't know, I have mitochondrial dysfunction. And so basically when my mitochondria are done giving me energy, things start shutting down. So I slept the rest of the day and that's life. So I got 2 pots cooked up. So altogether I would have, so far I only have like double what you see here. I have a lot more work to do. So I'm going outside now. We're gonna go do that picking now that I was planning to do yesterday. We're gonna start cooking up some more tomatoes. And I'm just gonna take you along on the journey of what I'm doing, just because I don't think that I've ever done that with you. Right at the beginning, when I started YouTubing last year, I did show you what I did with tomatoes that I just threw in the freezer. But I'm in the canning season. I'm not freezing mode. So we're gonna do that and let's see what else all happens. We might go visit Sheldon. He's working on the honey house right now. So yeah, let's go outside. Okay, this is something I hate about not having my proper trellises up on my tomatoes. It is filthy, it is dirty, things are rotting. It's just gross. And as you can see, I'm just looking at these plants and I'm saying, okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? The plants look to be done. So I've decided all of those plants that look to be done, I'm cleaning them up. I'm gonna pull all the tomatoes off. All the green ones are coming off. I will let them ripen and I will can as I ripen. So I just need to get another tray and all my green plants, or all my green tomatoes, they're gonna go in another tray, and then all the ripe ones are gonna go into a tray. I'm gonna take them in and wash them. But hopefully I get that far. Okay. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's all we have left. Otherwise, the plant is done. There's no use in keeping a plant like this in the ground. It's just time. Get it out. Giving you a little bit of an idea of what I'm gonna do is, you can see this area here. This area here is just, the plants are done. They need to be retired. And there are some over there that are still green, but then these here, they're still flourishing. They're still green. They're still blooming. They're still doing great. Tomatoes are off the ground. Those I will keep in the ground. It's just this section here that is just done. It's done, done, done. Chicken's going crazy. So now I have to put this in my video just so that I can go back. It is September 23rd, 2023. I am pulling out plants September 23rd. So that's good. That's fine. So often in August, it feels like, oh no, everything's going to be done soon. It's going to be done soon. But I remember back to last year, I was picking and canning and doing everything in October. It kind of feels like out here in central Canada, that's very often the case. You kind of start picking in August, do a little bit of canning, maybe dehydrating or freeze drying for those of you who freeze dry. And then you just kind of keep going with the season and you see what the season's going to give you. So in this situation, my tomatoes are ripening now. It is middle of September, middle to end of September. So yeah, but as I was looking, I just have to show you, as I was looking through these plants, I've been seeing a couple of really great things. I thought my broccoli was done, but check this out. We have broccoli. We are having broccoli tonight for supper. Broccoli from the garden is just incredible. It is so tasty. It's like nothing else out there. Yeah, these guys, nothing's really happening. But then something else that I noticed, let's go through here. So these here, these are Brussels sprouts. And they actually look like they want to give something. Go through here. I don't think we're going to get anything though. It's just too late. It's way too late. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know that Brussels sprouts do well out here. Maybe they do. Maybe there's people that do Brussels sprouts every single year and they're wonderful. That would be great. But I don't know. Our season's super short, super short. And they're happy right now when it's cool and it's September and like frost could come any day. We've had frost warnings. We have not been hit with frost here yet, but like you look around, look at the trees. Those trees in the front basically have no leaves. We are losing leaves everywhere. The maples are now losing leaves. The ash trees have already basically lost everything. The oaks are turning color. Like we're at the end. And this is when I'm harvesting the most. Yeah, it plays with the mind. It really plays with the mind. But let's just get this stuff picked so I actually get some work done. But I love taking you guys along, so we're gonna do it together. Cleaned up. What's left is just pieces of the tomato plants, weeds. Got a mound here that will need to go to compost. We've got 2 trays of tomatoes. I will have to sort through those now and get all the red ones out so that I can keep canning. I'm gonna leave this bunch here. I see there are some red ones out there that I'm going to just go and pick by hand and then leave these plants the way they are. But cleaning up these tomato plants has revealed these. And people in Manitoba probably wouldn't really know exactly what kind of plants these are. But these are peanut plants. And I know we're there. I know we could be pulling them out. And a part of me wants to do it right now with you, and a part of me wants to wait till another episode. I think we're gonna wait till another episode. There's a couple of mystery plants that I have here that I want to pick, and I have to go back to my calendar and I have to see when. Look at these hands. I have to go back to my calendar and I need to see when I planted them and kind of count out the days to see how they're doing. They should be done already, and those mystery plants would be the peanuts and the sweet potatoes. Peanuts and sweet potatoes are not usually a plant that we would be growing here in central Canada, but these have both been created for a shorter season, so we should be able to get a good bunch of peanuts out of these plants, and we should be able to get sweet potatoes. I have gone ahead and I have washed all the tomatoes. I've chopped them up, and now they have been cooking in here for a while. So basically what I do is I take this, I don't even know what to call it. It's something that I've got at Epicure, and it has 5 individual paddles. And so I can just go in there and I can just break up all of the tomatoes. And so when it gets to this point where it's like you can see basically everything's broken up, the skin is separated from the pulp of the tomato, then I go and I put it through a blender. You can see on this one isn't broken up as much yet. There's still chunks in there. And so this one has to go a little bit longer. But this one over here is ready. So now we're gonna take it, we're gonna scoop it into the blender. You always wanna be careful with hot stuff in a blender. It can be intense. Okay, and now we're gonna dump it into this colander. I don't know what everybody calls it, but just gonna dump it right in here. This is gonna collect all the skin, the debris, the seeds, all of that. And then we go ahead and we press it out.